Kumbh Mela is officially underway in Prayagraj. I'm sure you've seen the headlines, the largest gathering of humanity, 600 million people to attend, and the first Mahakumbh in 144 years. It is a high-tech festival this time. You've got underwater drones, AI cameras and aerial surveillance. But decades ago, the Kumbh was very different. At one point, it was a revenue source for the British, a hub of nationalism, and a base for revolution. Tonight, we're telling you that story. Let's go back to the 1800s. That's when the British East India Company took control of Prayagraj. In the middle of that century, they began noticing something about this city, a fair or mela every 12 years. Of course, the British did not care about the religious significance. They cared about the business opportunity, about making money. Every devotee at the Kumbh had to pay taxes to the company. How much? 1 rupee per person. That was the tax, the Kumbh tax, 1 rupee per person. You had to pay that tax to take a holy dip. I know that sounds like a lot right now, but remember, this is the 1800s. The average Indian salary was not even in double digits. A tailor would make around 8 rupees per month. A waiter or a sweeper would make around 4 rupees. Yet the Kumbh tax was 1 rupee. Why? Good old British exploitation. And all of this was documented by a British woman. Her name was Fanny Park. She lived in India for nearly 24 years, mostly around the city of Prayagraj. And she has mentioned all of this in her memoir, how ordinary pilgrims were taxed by the company. Tax was also collected from businesses at the Kumbh, especially barbers. You see, most devotees would shave their heads in Prayagraj, so barbers had a booming business. In 1870, the British set up 3,000 barber enclosures. They collected around 42,000 rupees from that Kumbh. Nearly 1/4 of it came from taxes on barbers. Every barber had to pay 4 rupees. Same story. In the 1882 Kumbh, the British collected nearly 50,000 rupees. Almost 10,000 of that came from barbers. It tells you how the British saw the Kumbh. They were initially frightened by the size of the gathering, by the political and religious patronage. But gradually, they started profiting from it. And this hurt the local community. Prayagraj is home to the Prayagwal Brahmins. They would guide and help pilgrims who came for the Kumbh.